I want to talk to you about something that really made me stop and think. What I honestly believe is one of the most powerful and overlooked ways to help prevent heart attacks. And I'm telling you right now, when you hear this, you might ask yourself the same question I did. Why haven't I heard about this before? Why isn't everyone talking about this? And the truth is, it's not complicated. There's just no real money behind it. Nobody is lining up to promote something that costs just a few dollars. I'm talking about something that costs around $3. That's it. Not some expensive treatment, not a complicated program. Just something simple, backed by real research. And the thing that really caught my attention is that there's actually solid scientific data behind it. For example, there was a major study called the Coronary Drug Project, a placebo-controlled study that showed some really impressive results using this one nutrient. That nutrient is niacin. Now here's where it got even more personal for me. My dad had heart issues. He had a pacemaker, and he also dealt with atrial fibrillation. And interestingly, without me even suggesting it, he started taking niacin regularly on his own. And over time, I noticed he was doing pretty well. That made me look into it more deeply. And what I found is that niacin has been studied for decades. This isn't something new or experimental. It's been around for a long time, but it just doesn't get much attention. If you're going to take it, one important detail is to use the type that gives you a slight flush, that warm, tingling feeling. That's usually how you know it's active. Personally, I would go for an extended release version around 500 milligrams once a day. Now let's talk about what really makes this so powerful. One of the biggest things niacin does is help lower cholesterol, especially the harmful type, known as oxidized LDL. That's the kind that contributes to inflammation and plaque buildup in your arteries. But it goes beyond just cholesterol. It actually helps calm down inflammation inside your arteries. And that's huge, because inflammation is a big part of how plaque forms in the first place. There's also something called C-reactive protein, or CRP. This is a marker doctors use to measure inflammation in the body, and high levels are strongly linked to heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular issues. Niacin has been shown to significantly reduce CRP levels. So what that means is it's not just addressing one piece of the problem. It's working on multiple levels, reducing inflammation, improving blood flow, lowering harmful fats in the blood, increasing HDL, the good cholesterol, reducing triglycerides. And one thing I found really interesting is that it can actually help slow down, and in some cases even reverse, arterial damage over time. That's powerful. It also helps protect the inner lining of your arteries, which is where a lot of these problems begin. When that lining gets damaged, that's when plaque starts to build. Niacin helps keep that layer healthy. Now, I know a lot of people dealing with cholesterol issues are often prescribed statins. And look, I'm not here to tell anyone to stop their medication. That's something you should always discuss with your doctor. But I do think it's important to understand both sides. Statins work by blocking your body's ability to produce cholesterol. But cholesterol isn't all bad. It's actually essential for things like hormone production and absorbing key vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Without enough of those, your body can start to struggle in other ways. Another thing to be aware of is that statins can reduce something called CoQ10, which your muscles, including your heart, need for energy. That's why some people experience muscle pain, weakness, or fatigue. Again, I'm not saying they don't have their place. I'm just saying it's worth being informed. Do your own research. Look at the data. Talk to your doctor. Make decisions based on knowledge, not just what everyone else is doing. At the end of the day, if heart health is something you're concerned about, and especially if you already have some issues, it might be worth looking into niacin. It's simple, it's affordable, and there's a lot of research behind it. Sometimes the most powerful solutions aren't the most expensive ones. They're just the ones people don't talk about enough. And if you're interested, I also have a video where I break down one of the best meals you can eat to support your heart.